So allow me to, first of all, welcome all of you to City Hall for this very brief press statement, after which I can take one or two questions from all of you. So welcome, and you've come in good numbers. I'd like to address the issue that you all know has been happening between the Nairobi County Government and Kenya Power and Lighting Company. And this matter has had a history. You know, it has been a matter running over many years, where the county has claimed money owed to it, around 4.5 billion. 4.9 billion to be exact, and Kenya Power had claims against the county. Initially the claim was at 3 billion. We undertook a joint verification exercise over a whole year, where we looked at meters and accounts. We found some of those meters and accounts not being within the purview of Nairobi County. Some were very far away, and ultimately we settled. You know, we're both government. We settled on an amount, and we agreed on a payment process. The county government is mandated to collect fees and charges as well, because the people of Nairobi want services. The people of Nairobi want their roads fixed. They want, garbage collected. They want medicine in hospitals. And so there had been a long-standing issue around the bailiffs, which previously used to be paid but had not been paid for a long time. Now, in the same way that when you don't pay electricity, Kenya Power disconnects you, the county government has remedies under the National Rating Act 2024, which was signed into law by our President, William Ruto, that stipulates actions that can be taken by the county government. Some of these actions include removal of county services, and also include, clamping a building. And I think you've seen it before, where the county government has come and taken over a building or prevented access to premises, so that matter is resolved. However, I'm happy that today we've had a meeting, a fruitful meeting, with the leadership of the Ministry of Energy, led by Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Wandayi. We had the head of public service, we had Kenya Power Limited, and we had our officers and teams. And we agreed on a number of issues, and a joint statement is going to be issued. The joint statement will clarify the issues that we've agreed upon. The first thing we've resolved, that all hostilities end, and issues be sorted out amicably. We have now given instructions to restore water supply to their premises, and to remove the trucks that had been blocking access. It was, of course, unfortunate that one of the trucks tipped garbage. That was not the intention, and that is why in less than 30 minutes all that garbage was collected. That is not how Nairobi County operates, and our own action will be dealt with internally. Further to that, we agreed that those commercial disputes, us saying you owe us this, them saying you owe us this, are going to be resolved between myself and the Cabinet Secretary for Energy and Petroleum, Opiyo Wandayi. And if need be, the Intergovernmental Technical Relations Committee will also come, to resolve that. We also agreed, because the law is clear on development control. All development control within a county is under the purview of the county government. Whether it is power lines, whether it is electricity transmission, that is under PLUPA, Physical Land Use Planning Act 2019, as well as its schedules. In specific, the third schedule, And so the issue of wayleaves will be discussed. That one we shall agree together. Already, the summit, which is chaired by His Excellency the President and attended by all governors in the country, agreed that all government institutions must adhere to development control regulations. And now I'm very happy with many of them, especially Kenha, where before doing a road or before doing any development, they seek approval and concurrence with the county government. We have seen proliferation of lines and fiber and cutting down of trees to create space for that activity which is commercial. But we've resolved it amicably. So I think further to that, because we've resolved all those issues, and really, really, no one wishes for such a situation. We had meetings as recently as December and agreed this will be solving our issues. But when you just disconnect us at will, then we're also entitled to enforce. But an eye for an eye, we will lose our sight, and that is not the country that we want. But I'd also like to take this opportunity as a notice, because we're doing a lot of work in this city. We're building stadia, we're building schools, ECDs, we're building hospitals, we're feeding children, we're sorting out, you've seen the cleanup work that is happening. Everybody must pay their fair share of what is required in this county. And so this notice is to now, beyond that issue, to all ratepayers in Nairobi. The deadline for payment of rates is March of 2025. You can get your bills on www.nairobiservices.go.ke or dial *647#. I think it's good to remind all of us of our responsibility. The National Rating Act 2024 provides in section 19(2) that where a person who has been properly served with a demand notice defaults in paying rates or those charges from the county government may, one, levy a penalty at the prevailing central bank rate, deny certain county services, institute a suit against the defaulter, create a charge against the rateable property by notifying the registrar in charge of land, or apply any methods to recover rates as specified under this act or any other method as authorized by law. You can also appoint a receiver on the rateable property to recover rent from tenants. We've seen it before, some buildings here, I think very close to us, where the county for a while was able to recover